Hello viewers, this is Just Fake Network TV, a place where you can get the latest information about Nigerian news and now the news in details. Ash EndSARS. Governor Yahaya Bello revealed the sponsors of EndSARS protest. The Kogi governor, Yahaya Bello, today have exposed those behind the EndSARS protest across the country, speaking to on a broadcast. He made it very clear that the intentions of the sponsors of the EndSARS protest is to disrupt the mindset of the people as against the 2023 presidential election. The governor of Kogi State, Start clearly said on an interview with the Channels TV. This is 2023 playing out by few individuals who felt they can continue to use us in this country. He said that these few individuals, which he cannot disclose their names, don't mean well for Nigerians, but are just blinded by their own lust and greed for wealth, and as such Nigerians should know this and act at the right time. That time will tell the genuinity of these few individuals piloting and sponsoring the EndSARS protest. He also said thus, "Dear Nigerians, let me tell you what is happening today. This so-called #EndSARS is politically motivated, whether anybody says it or not. I am not saying it once again, and you can quote me anywhere, one day, and I will prove it to you." He also added that the demands of the protesters have been met by federal government, and still the protesters are still on the street causing mayhem and havoc across the state if the country. He said that the motive behind the EndSARS protest was genuine at first, but now it's politically manipulated. He urged Nigerians not to be gullible to political interest that will jeopardize the peace in the country. Now you have heard what the governor said. Do you have any comments? What do you think about this? What is your own take? The fact is that these people, they're just trying to manipulate the whole issue out. You said you know who is behind the protest, the #EndSARS protest. And why did you come out when you cannot tell us the person behind it? Why did you come out? But the only thing you can say is just for us to know that it's just politically sponsored. We don't want to hear that. We don't want to hear that. That is an unreasonable statement, whether we like it or not. The reality is that the Nigerian youth have woken up from their slumber, and many Nigerians, they are awake. And the reality is also that Nigerians are coming for all the corrupt politicians that we have in our country. The protest that was being done was just a warning to all the politicians, all the corrupt politicians. Because this guy is not even making sense with this statement at all. The reality is that if this country is on the right track, can someone like Yahaya Bello come out openly to talk this nonsense out? But it's just so unfortunate that the country is already sick. The country is already in danger. And we are praying that God will heal this country and overthrow all of them that is causing problems in this land. That is what I can say, because I don't even know what is wrong with many of our Nigerian politicians. Their brain is just on one side. All they think and talk about is elections. That is just their own priority. The elections that favor only them alone and their families. Election that does not favor the citizens that voted for them. This is to tell you that our leaders are selfish ruling class people. They are selfish ruling class people, trust me. So you can imagine, let's say for example, if we have a good country, if our Nigeria is a good country, where things are working very, very well, where there is no corruption, people like Yahaya Bello can never be governor of a state. By now, they must have screened him out. So he doesn't even have the audacity to come out and start saying rubbish outside. Let's hear people's opinion before we go further. Somebody said the demands of NSAS protesters were genuine at the takeoff, but was hijacked by hoodlums sponsored by people who have something to gain with the government. These hoodlums were fed and supplied with hard drugs to propel them into hooliganism, burning, shooting, vandalizations of innocent people's properties. So you can imagine what Wike was talking about. Does it mean that he is trying to support the Igbos again after condemning them? You can imagine this. Somebody said that Igbos making negative comments on Wike should be ashamed of themselves. These are how you people always behave negatively. See how Yoruba elders held a press conference to dissociate themselves from the threats to Igbos in Lagos. But Igbo leaders will never do such. Instead, teach their children to be hateful. Just hear yourself on this. They were saying that anybody that wants popularity and to please the rest of the country will attack Igbos. Just the same thing. If any Arab nations or president wants to be popular or to please the rest of Arab nation, they will attack Israel or the Jewish people. Igbos have found themselves in the same precarious positions in Nigeria, but they should not be dismayed. As the God that preserved the Israel is alive, so also the same of Igbos is still alive. God will definitely stand by Igbo people. Definitely, we know that many of these politicians, I am so ashamed of our Igbo politicians, the leaders in Igbo land. They hardly support their people, and that is not how it's supposed to be. And the reality about this guy, Wike, is just that he's just looking for attention because he wants Igbos to fear him. And that cannot be possible. Igbos or even Hypo cannot even fear him at all. He's just a governor, so he's a human being like everyone. I'm telling you, people were saying that Governor Wike, you could not have been any noise wrong. All over the country, nationally, there is unrest stemming from bad governance, due mainly to wickedness of politicians, stemming from politicians like you. The youth are agitating and protesting because of the long-standing poverty, wickedness, brutality of law enforcement, targeting the youth of Nigeria. And note, the youth are of diverse ethnicity. To interject race or ethnicity is so wrong. What is wrong? What is going on in Nigeria has absolutely nothing to do with one particular ethnic makeup. So pointing fingers at one group is bias and unfairness. IPOB as a peaceful group are in no way to be blamed. If anyone is responsible, will be you greedy and insensitive politicians. Why are you blaming the group who have absolutely nothing to do with the ongoing civil protests in Nigeria? Ever since this thing happened, I have noticed that Governor Wike always point out to the Biafran people, when we know that these people are a peaceful set of group. I don't know why this guy keeps talking about Biafran people. I just feel ashamed to hear that many Igbo leaders, the governors, the House of Rep, many of them, they are not always in support of their people. They don't work hand in hand together to help their people. How I wish that these leaders can work with the Biafran people. By now, they must have gotten to their destination. I'm telling you. So viewers, what do you think about this? What is your own take? Kindly drop your comment. Have the comment section below. For those who subscribe, we want to say a very big thank you to you for subscribing. We'll say God bless you. If you're here to do so, kindly press the subscription button below. And also please don't forget to press the notification button below so that whenever we upload news, you will always be the first person to watch our latest news anytime, any day. Thank you so much. Have a lovely day. Stay safe at this crucial time. It is very important to you and me. Bye.